Hello everybody, welcome to another Diablo Immortal video. Today we're going to look at my Necromancer's DPS summons build. This is a free to play friendly build because it only uses two 5-star legendary gems, Blood-Soaked Jade and Echoing Shade. You don't actually need these, they can be replaced with some other 2-star legendary gems, making it easier, but these are the ones that I have at the moment, so that's what I'm going to use. Freedom and Devotion gives us more summons duration and damage. We have Berserker's Eye to give us more damage and critical. We also take a little bit more damage, but we don't get hit very often, so that doesn't matter much. Pain Clasp increases damage dealt by 20% to enemies that are suffering from continuous damage. It is a big help and boosts pretty much all of the damage that you do. Most of the things that you attack end up getting a debuff of some sort for movement, and this makes that proc. Bloody Reach here, further away you are, more damage you deal. You're usually more than 8 yards away from your targets, so this is usually running at maximum percent of 24. Echoing Shade there just makes a couple extra summons for you. Follower's Burden here increases damage dealt for each summon you control up to 18%. You're usually running 6 or more summons period, so that's always at max percent as well. Blood-Soaked Jade, the more life you have, the more damage you deal. And movement speed as well. You also take 2% decreased damage well below 50% life. And we're also using Mother's Lament for some more critical percent chance. Our charm here has all of our skills that we're currently using, which is Command Golem, Skeletal Mage, Bone Armor, Command Skeletons, and Soulfire. My recommendation is to get Bone Armor and Command Skeletons, and then the other 3 are whatever order you want to get them in. Bone Armor is the most important because it does the most amount of damage. I believe the Pulse Armor gives you about 40% of your damage total in the end for DPS. We are currently using 4 pieces of Shepherd's Call to Wolves so that we have more critical chance for the summons that we have. We're using 2 pieces of Vithu's Urge for more beneficial duration. And we're also using 2 pieces of Shalbaz for more primary attack damage, which increases your overall damage for all of your summons attacks as well. We're using Blinding Storm for our headpiece. This gives us Storm Rider's Legion, which is the highest DPS summons of all of the skeletal champions that I have found so far. Pulse Armor for Stormcaller's Bones, which gives us Pulse Armor, which is the majority of our DPS for our build. We're going to be using Knockbrood's Skulls, which gives us more attack speed while Bone Armor is activated, which is Pulse Armor. It still procs this ability as well. We will be using Graven Bulwark to give us more duration on our Bone Armor as well here. One of the big things about this build for our skeletal champions and everything is Eternal Gear. We're going to be running 3 pieces of Golem. We also want to run at least 3 pieces of skeletal or Command Skeletons for our skeletal champions to max them out at 6. And the other thing that we look for is Skeletal Mage, and we want to get as many boosts on that as well, which gives our Skeletal Mages a shield. We're going to be using Peace Hammer as our first weapon, which gives us bonus damage for our command skeletons, which is our second highest rate of DPS in this build. We're going to be using our thunder mages because I personally like them, and they seem to do more DPS than the other mages do as well. We're going to be using Pleasant Venom here to get the Poison Golem, which increases damage dealt to targets. And we're going to be using Corrosive Slab to increase damage to targets as well, even further. And for our cursed properties, we're going to be running 6 pieces of Vexed. We'll move on over here to our Paragon tree. I'm using Slinger right now with Uncanny and Unseen Dynamism, Precision, Sharp Eye, and Careful Aim to give more damage and more critical hit chance. Also, Unseen Dynamism stacks up, gives you more critical hit chance as well. And I'm also using the legendary skill Lightning Rod because our lightning damage is boosted by the shock ability of the Storm Rider Legion, which means this will end up doing more damage as well. If you guys like it, please subscribe and like the video, and I will make more. Anyways, take care and have a nice day.